Hello, all my Aquas, all my Aquarians. Welcome to your timeless love reading. Purpose of this reading is going to be looking at your love adventure over the next 1 to 3 months. So before we jump into the reading, I always just love to greet the Creator and welcome you for being here with us. We're so grateful for your presence and especially grateful for the unconditional love that you have for each and every single one of us. We also welcome the host of unconditionally loving beings of love and light that also join us to help bring messages. We welcome you and thank you as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off by asking the Creator what they would like us to know about the pain of our past. And the reason why we're doing that, Creator explained to me that we're only able to give as much love as we have for ourselves, and we're only able to receive as much love as we have for ourselves. So, we have this pipeline of love, and any kind of clogs in there that limit the flow, we can look at those and, remove those and dissolve those to allow that flood and that pipe to open up more, where you get more self-love flowing into you, which allows you to love others and receive love in a greater expanse as well. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Archetype cards by Carolyn Miss, just to get the first information on what the Creator would like us to look at regarding the pain of our past. All right, Creator, what do you want our Aquas to know about the pain of their past, please? Okay. And we've got Goddess. So there's the Goddess. Then we're going to look at the shadow attributes, because that's what shadows over our self-love. So this is someone who exploited the female nature and form. And this did come up, I think, for Virgos as well, I believe. So if you have Virgo in your chart, or you have a Virgo in your life, you might want to check out that reading as well. There will be a playlist at the end of this video with all of the love readings in them. But this also is not necessarily just for female. So, if you're a male or you identify as a male, just know that this is about that your human form, your human nature was exploited. And so where this pain is zeroing in on is how you were, badgered, bullied, and just, so much rejection around your human form. So whether it was, for females, you didn't look the way you're supposed to, you didn't, you're not acting like a girl should, you're acting like a tomboy and, rah, 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 all that stuff there. Or, same thing with, males is, you don't like sports. Oh my gosh, you're a little sissy, and, all those types of things as well. And it could be, if you were gay and you were, hurt because of that. It has to do with this representation and the exploitation of who you were supposed to be as a human being. Nothing to do with so much your insides, more of how you're being judged by so much of your outsides. We're also going to get clarification on this through this little cute deck of love oracle cards, just to get some additional information around this pain of the past. Just so much about human behavior here. It's about so much of your actions were judged, by the supposed to be's on here. So I just really feel that. So Aquarians, there's 2 there. What would you like them to know about their pain of their past, please? Yep, Hand of Cards. Take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing your hand, gambling. I love really what jumped out to me when I saw this is, the cards you were dealt in life, you kind of felt it was unfair. You saw so many people, like, oh my God, they're just so naturally beautiful or so talented and, whatever it might be, some sport or so smart, or there were these people that you just looked at and went, oh my God, they were dealt like this beautiful cards and I got crap, and so that feeling, because of this so much judgment and so much being picked on for who you weren't, made you look at other people and you thought that they had these great hands, and that you didn't have, weren't granted a lot in life. Like, I have to work so much harder, that these people just have things naturally. So that's kind of where that pain's coming into. You got the coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. And I feel that this is what you wanted. You just wanted to be able to have this ability to, fit in, be able to be in the moment, have those friendships. But for what I'm feeling in regards to this, you just felt I'm just like such an outsider, someone that didn't fit in. And being Aquarian, I'm Aquarian sun, so I understand you feel weird, you feel different, you don't look at things the same as other people. So yeah, you might not fit in and like you thought you were supposed to. And I know for me, like when we moved a lot, I was always the new kid. But even then, now that I understand more about Aquarians, I'm like, no, it wouldn't have mattered. I still have such different perspectives on things. I just have, and I consider it a compliment when people call me weird. Then you got the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. What I love about this, this isn't about your current. This, again, is still about the past here. That it could have been so painful and you could have felt so rejected and felt so out of place that you thought about ending your life. It would have been easier to, I know I was there at least once in my life, very seriously once in my life. Other times, everyone has suicidal thoughts because the fight or flight can be like, I don't see any way out of the situation, so the only way is to step off the earth. So I love that this is coming up for you here, because there's going to be some great transformation coming. So don't get, oh my God, what kind of reading is this going to be? This is the foundation, the clog that we want to look at, and the rest of it is about how it transforms and how it can transform if we want it to. So, I'm so glad, obviously, if you're watching this, you didn't end your life. And I'm so glad you're still here with us, because I'm very glad I'm still here on this earth, because when I looked at, what's the worst that could happen if I stayed on the earth? They could kill me, right? Well, I was going to kill myself anyway, so what's the deal? Hang on another moment, another day. Everything here is temporary. Everything changes. And I know it's cliche, but everything does get better. We understand things more as we go through the trials and tribulations. It brings such truth to us that we understand it more. All right. Next, what we're going to look at here is what the Creator wants us to know around the current energy in our life. Why is this coming up? Or what does He want us to know about what's triggering this? What our current energies look like. And for that, we're going to look at the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron Reed. She's got a lot of amazing Oracle decks, and even some tarot deck. At least one that I'm aware of. Just beautiful, beautiful. All right, Creator, what do you want our Aquarians to know about their current energy? Okay. The Time Machine. and that's number 3. And I love 3 as a number of creation. It's like the Empress number in the regular tarot. And so it's about that you can create your own life. You know, the time machine, we can't go back and change what happened. We can go back and reflect on it, though, and understand through new eyes what really happened, because everything we saw through was based on our conditioning, you know, our filters, how we felt about ourselves back then. And usually in this stage, we had a very low self-esteem. So of course, we took everyone's actions and opinions and the bullying and snide remarks and all that so personally. But one of the things I realized, like, I used to get bullied on in pretty much middle school all the way up through high school until I went to a small Christian school that our church had where we knew all the families, so they didn't bully. But in the public schools I was. And a big awareness that came to me was when one of the guys that used to bully me in middle school, we went to the grocery store, and this was back in the day where they would bring the groceries out and put them in your car for you. And the guy who packed up the groceries and, followed us was the guy that used to bully me. And just feeling his emotions, he was like a sports star and different things in middle school and junior high. And he, I could tell that he just was in a very low place in his life. And when I was able to see things from a different perspective, because I had graduated and been through a more supportive later school system for a couple years, that when I saw him, I actually felt compassion for him and felt sorry for him, because I was like, he was trying to fit in. He was trying to be important. He was trying to be loved and acceptable. And that's the only way that he knew how to do it, based on how he believed at the time. And so that's a wonderful thing, is when you go back in this time machine, you can go back and look at things from that new, a higher perspective, and see that, oh, wow, it wasn't about me. He was screaming to be loved, and that's how he was acting out to try to have that. I'll read from the book here too. So the energy around this card is inherited patterns, conditioning, lessons already learned, cellular memory, honoring the past without being trapped there. And it says we rely on stories we inherit from our ancestors, our families, our culture, and the world around us to construct a map of our reality. As we develop new stories in life, we build on those old foundations, repair them when we can, or tear them down to begin again. The best and most powerful traits and experience of your ancestors are yours to integrate into your life, so you don't have to revisit their hardships or rectify their mistakes. You have a magical map with which to navigate your current circumstances. Look to the past for answers now. Ask yourself, in this situation, what can I learn from those who came before me? What traits can I emulate in order to move through the challenge with wisdom? How can I build on what I already know and integrate this understanding? What might I do differently? So sometimes you walk blindly into traps set in the past. Perhaps you couldn't see that you were repeating a pattern until you were well in it. The best course of action here is to rest, practice self-compassion, and make a conscious choice to do something differently next time. Clarity will come. Remember that if you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. History repeats itself only if you allow it. So the most important thing is that you are becoming aware. You can make a different choice regarding how you respond to life right now. Yes, things can be awkward and uncomfortable as old hurts are revealed and new solutions are attempted. The time is ripe for change, so keep going. Every step is important. Allies will rally, but in the end, you are the one you've been searching for. One day you will remember how your beautiful new story was just around the corner. I love that. We're also going to pull some clarification cards on that from the Everyday Tarot deck. See what else the Creator would like you to know about your current energy. Yeah, but I love that, talking about looking back over the past. What would have you have done differently knowing now what you know? All right, Creator, what else would you like Aquarians to know about their current energy? All right, Creator, I know it's coming. We like clear, obvious messages, of course. I always like letting go of the supposed to's, right? Just knowing that everything happens in perfect timing. I love that about the time machine too. So it's like everything happens for you in the right order at the right time. It's never too early, never too late. It's always right on time. You got the Hangman. And I love this, of course, because this is seeing things from the higher perspective, seeing things not from the ground, standing on the ground, but from dangling from the heavens, as you would say. So, it's understanding that that everything that happened in our lives happened for us, not to us. And as we connect to that higher realm, and we're able to see things so differently, when we go back in this time machine, like we were talking about. Yeah. Ten of Swords. I'm tired and exhausted. This person isn't dead. They've just been stabbed in the back so many times. All those thoughts and beliefs have been judging you, been, like I said, just stabbing you and hurting you, that you're exhausted. You're at that point like, oh, and this is great news. Some people see the card and they're like, oh my God. It's like, no, it means you're so exhausted to the point you're ready to let go of these old beliefs. It's just like you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that, this is where that Grim Reaper comes in too. I know that you can get so low in your life that when you are thinking about ending your life, you realize, you know what? All these beliefs I have, why are they true? Are they true? And why am I believing them? All these things that were told to me growing up and happened to me growing up, I feel like, everyone had it out for me. But it brings you to this place in your life that it's going to set you free. Because life is designed that way. We're taught to look outside of ourselves for our definition. Who are you with? What kind of circumstances are you in? Job, education level, blah, 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 blah. Or things, what do I have? What do I own? We're taught that all these things out here define who you are. But they're all unstable. People's opinions change or people pass away. Situations never stay the same and things break, deteriorate, or are stolen. So all those things are unstable. And if we define ourselves by those, we feel unstable and we feel like this. But when life disappoints us enough, then we get so disappointed we don't trust it. And then we turn in here. And this is where we find what we've been looking for all along. Out there is conditional love, Chinese food, nothing, fills you up for very long. You feel hungry moments later. here is where you find what fulfills you, the unconditional love from the creator of all things. You understand that this, the mother and father of all things that created everything loves you without condition. There's nothing you can do to lose it. When that becomes your foundation, then your whole life changes. And you look at everything, as you look back in your time machine, everything looks totally different. Yep, the emperor. And so the emperor really represents like society, represents control, represents our ego trying to fit in and being accepted. And so we try to control all the external situations, because when you have that long list of things that needs to be accomplished in order to be lovable and acceptable, all those external things, then we feel we need to control everything that's going on out there. When you have that solid foundation of that unconditional love inside you, everything's extra. There's nothing to control. You can just enjoy what is, enjoy allowing life to unfold, because you're in need of nothing. You have it all inside you. So I love this current energy that's going on here, because you're ready. You're tired of the old. You're ready for things from a new perspective. And you're really challenging all this societal rules, all those conditional love laws, I call them, all those things that we're told have to happen for you to be lovable. You're beginning to question those and see things from a different perspective. All right, next we're going to move into here about our choices that are coming in the next 1 to 3 months. So this is going to be, what does the Creator want you to know about the choices that are coming up during this next period? And we're going to pull a card here from the Path of the Soul's Destiny cards and see what the Creator wants us to know. Right, so Aquarians, for the Aquarians, Creator, what do you want them to know about the choices coming up? You got the number 17. It's a beautiful spiral here. Almost looks like a seahorse to me at first glance here. And we will see what this card represents. I love the fractal imaging that she creates with these cards. So this card is called Treasures. So the choices that we're going to be making, it says what was once hidden from view can now be seen, like the Hangman, a new perspective. Laying within you are many inner treasures and gifts, and this is your time of discovery. You have a special and unique skill or skills that you have hidden, like pearls in a shell, and it is happening now. Stay grounded and clear. The spiral in the card shows the universal energies are working with you to help uncover what lies within. Understand, however, that once fully uncovered, you will be asked to use these gifts in service to others and the planet. And I love that, because all this pain has given you this beliefs of lack, that you're lacking, that you'll always be lacking, that you don't have, a good hand that can play with others in comparison to others, and that you're not worth having been given gifts from the Creator, that you can make an impact on the world or others. But as you go through this and see this new perspective, let go of these old beliefs, you're just really going to see the unseen. You're going to see this inner world just transform your outer world, and you are going to be able to bless others with your ability, with your special gifts you've been given. And just on the bottom of the deck here, number 17, like this number 17, and this is about the star. In fact, this is the card they want me to use. You're going to be a star. This is connecting to your higher self and the higher realms, the Creator, your angels, guardian angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, all those beings of unconditional love and light. You have this umbilical cord that goes down into you. And with connecting to that higher place, that is what is just going to transform you, and you're going to be able to, like I said, be a superstar. I love that. I love that. Very beautiful. The last card we're going to pick here is going to be, this is like your current energies, and this is like going to be what the creator wants you to know about your future energies that are going to be coming around towards the end of this 1 to 3 month cycle. And for that, we're going to pick a card here from the Journey of Love. And just see what those energies will look like as you go through this transformation toward the end, you know, with the choices that you make. If you do choose to reach higher and connect higher and see things from that higher perspective, then you're going to see things totally change for you. Totally. All right, Creator. What do you want Aquarians to know about their future energy, please? Okay. I've got number 7, shifting universes. And I love, and just totally fits into this too. Like your time machine, you do feel like you're in a whole new world, a whole new universe, when you realize that this is not the truth. That you see things, and then, you know, when you connect to this higher place, you do see everything, a whole new world. You know, just your world just changes. It's like if you ever watched the old Wizard of Oz, and it starts off in black and white, and when she goes to Oz, it just whoosh, changes to color. That's the way it feels, you know, because I've been through a big transformation several times. You just keep going higher and higher and higher up the spiral, and you just feel like it goes from this black and white world to a world of color, and it's beautiful. So it says you are blessed with an opportunity to change gears, to change your life, to jump on the fast train. You're invited to fling yourself off the repetitive treadmill way of life and into a dance through nature, to be utterly confused and delighted, to accept the way of the divine trust, even when it's chaos. The instability that precedes all genuine creativity. Yeah, I love that. Like this one here, it talks about, you know, you're stabbed in the back so many times and exhausted. That's what comes before that transformation, right? So here it is, your get out of jail free card, your opportunity to make a mess and find what you didn't know you were looking for. You're being nudged. If you wish, let yourself go down that strange path opening before you without knowing what it is, even as you take your next step. Your universe is shifting, and stranger, more beautiful worlds beckon. Why not go where you haven't been before? You'll find yourself there and realize you are more than what you once thought you were. You know, and this talked about one of the cards when I read it, about when you do what you always did, you get what you always got. This is why not go where you haven't been before, because you'll find yourself there and realize you are more than what you once thought you were. This oracle has a message for you. If you are thinking of changing locations, jobs, houses, or attitudes, try something new, especially if it's unusual for you. Then the universe is supporting you. Now is the time to accept what you didn't expect. Beautiful. And then I'm going to pull finally from the Light Seers Tarot here for any last clarification, validation, or additional information about what the Creator wants you to know about your upcoming energies toward the end of this 1 to 3 months. All right, Creator, what else would you like Aquas to know about their future energies? Okay, those two. That's what I hear. So we'll do this one first. You got the Six of Cups, and this is about reflecting back on the path that you've been on. It's like connecting with your inner child, understanding all this that happened, reflecting on the past, is something that the energies that you're going to have going forward, because we don't always have to go back and look at every single thing that happened to us in our past, but this time machine is coming up for you in this time because it's been such an impact on your life that as you go through this process, each of the little bowls you go back and clear out and clean out of the old beliefs, that old stuff, it just makes you lighter and lighter and lighter. Yep. And here we are, the King of Swords. Swords is an air sign, of course, and Aquarians are air signs. So this is all about, and I love this card because it has all these winged creatures, the crow, the dragonfly, the bat, the owl, and it's just showing you trust, connect to your higher sources here, because they've got information to come in. The King of Swords, he's at the end of the swords. And again, swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets. But the King of Swords has gone through the whole suit of swords, and so he's learned to balance, bring in the heart, the higher, our emotions that connect us to the higher realms, along with our mind. So it's been, they're able to balance and, of course, be just content and peaceful up there. So I love that. Yeah, I don't have anything else that they want to add. So, just as you go through this wonderful love adventure, just know every second of that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And I love you too. We'll talk to you soon. You take care.